Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as always, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Greatness. For any business inquiries, as I always mention, if you want for us to promote your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to send a free will offering, a donation to us. We definitely will appreciate it as we keep expanding worldwide. Same email, evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of different products. That's men's, kids, ladies' clothes, jewelry, cologne, perfume, house products, posters, and much, much more. So it's www.evolutionoflondon.com. And also check out www.evolutionoflondon.org. There you find custom clothes, accessories, digital products as well. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, STORE, where you'll find from lotions, soaps, DVDs, games, clothing, and much more. So that's evolutionoflondon.store, STORE. We have different links to other affiliates. www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. You'll find other links to our affiliates, so definitely support that. Linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. And we do have a Patreon channel, in which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube. So that's www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. There you'll find digital artwork and consulting services as well. Rumble.com. You just go there, www.rumble.com, and you type in the Oracle 19. There you'll find shows there as well, and we're expanding on Rumble. So definitely like, subscribe, and share to our other platform, www.rumble.com. And again, you just type in the Oracle 19 and follow there too. So definitely hit the follow button and follow us there. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 12-ounce jars, 100% soy wax. They have scented to unscented candles. Now the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, vanilla, just to name a few. So if you want to place an order, you can email the company at royalty9international@gmail.com. Or you can go to their website, www.royalty9international.com. And they're also on social media, TikTok as well as Instagram, Royalty 9 International. So definitely like, subscribe, and share to their platform. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats. So definitely like, subscribe, and share to the Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And once you go to his platform, you will see his other social media sites. So like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continue to train on YouTube, the Greatness 19 channel. We have over 445 different videos for your everyday enjoyment. Definitely, we need that train rolling along. I need your guys to make a conscious effort and like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube. And watch all the videos. There's definitely a lot of information to open up your third eye. And also Mr. Evolution of London, that's our health and wellness channel. We have a lot of videos on health and wellness, so I need you guys to like, subscribe, and share to Mr. Evolution of London on YouTube. And if you have an issue trying to find it, email us and I give you the information as well. So Mr. Evolution of London on YouTube. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years, so if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. Again, that's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. So I need you guys to definitely support that and also support his merch. www.wjaaccessories.org. The company is also upgrading their website, but adding more stuff. So that's www.wjaaccessories.org for custom clothes, accessories, and digital artwork, as well as business personal use. So now we got that out the way. DJ Panthro, international DJ worldwide, so definitely support his platform. If you want to book for him to come to your venue, you can email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO 519@gmail.com. So definitely email him if you want him to perform at your venue. And you can check him out on social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Just type in DJ Panthro 519. And I think he is upgrading, or will be upgrading his TikTok information. So I will keep you posted with that. I believe it's the real DJ Panthro 519, but I will update you with his latest information as well. But definitely support his brand. Tutorsforyou.org provides online tutoring for $5 an hour to children and adults. The telephone number is area code 813-743-3273. Real professionals on your behalf. That is tutorsforyou.org, a non-profit organization. I need you guys to support Cindy's Place for custom clothes and accessories. So you can go to their website, www.cindysplace.org. Once again, that's www.cindysplace.org for your custom clothes and accessories. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Spotify for podcasters, that used to be Anchor.fm, Google, Apple, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19. Rumble.com. You could go and type in Oracle 19. Information will be in the description box for that. And YouTube, the Greatness 19 channel, as well as Mr. Evolution of London. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. For information, you can check the description boxes on all those major platforms. All right, well, today, as always, I always give my perspective, like I always mention. For your continuing followers, be patient with me, and thank you for your support as we expand worldwide. And today's topic. Being harassed at the workplace. Yes, as I talk to buddy of mine, Carlito, shout you out, friend to the end. And don't forget, I have a lot of homies too, so quite a few. Not a lot, but quite a few. So shout out to y'all guys as well, especially, in BK, you know who you are. BK all day. But the harassment in the workplace, I know a lot of people are wanting me to talk about this. In this day and time, we live in the digital world, and again, the advantages in a lot of cases is to the employer, and they know there's a lot of people waiting online to fulfill your position if they don't like your performance. So in reality, within the workplace, the employee don't really receive the money that they truly worth for the most part, meaning that you're underpaid. And the average person is basically working, average jobs with customer service or warehouse positions. Those is basically generally speaking, just, average positions that pretty much anyone can get. No disrespect to the people working there, but that's just what it is. Anybody, you high school diploma type of thing, and you in. And again, no disrespect. So a lot of times these employers, dime a dozen. You don't really need a whole lot of skill. So a lot of times the employer treats you a certain way because they feel you just expendable. You're not a human being. And, we even could go higher. A lot of times, even when you working at corporate jobs, especially if you are a black man, it's even worse. They expect more, and you have to go through more headache. But a lot of races, within the workplace, you got to go through a lot of situations. But it's a little bit more deeper, in my personal opinion, when you are a black male. Just for personal experiences and what I know how a lot of black men have gone through and continue going through to this day and time. But I don't want to really, this is not so much of a black and white issue. This is basically employer and employee issue and harassment within the workplace, and basically what, in my opinion, what you should or should not do. Now, within the workplace, a lot of times your boss, supervisor, manager, here's the reality, it's never good enough for you. Never good enough for you. It's always something he or she wants you to do more. And that's just how it is within the workplace. See, with employees, this is the reality. You have to realize this. Take it for what it is. You're working within someone else's system. 99% of these jobs is never good enough. It's always something they want you to do. You work a little overtime, you work a little 30 minutes overtime, not good enough. They want you to work an hour. You run around and let's say you perform at a high level, you can do better. How many times you as an employee heard that? Every time you do something, yeah, that's fine, but you need to do better. So it's never a perfect situation. And a lot of times we complain about it. As employees, we get frustrated, we get stressed out. I totally understand. But here's the reality. You are not working for self. And as long as you're working under someone else's roof, you're going to always have issues. There are always going to be problems. There's always going to be a situation. It's never good enough. You got to work harder. You got to work better. You got to work longer hours. You got to be more of a team player. You're always going to be low-key harassed. So here's a conclusion for you. If you have, well, let's backtrack. Utilize the system until you can branch off on your own. The great thing about in this day and time, we are in the digital world. So you can do a lot of things digital. You can perform, you can make money on the side with your skill set. Now, I mentioned this on previous shows about skills that you might need, but let's go over it again because I know some of y'all guys haven't heard the previous shows, but the ones that follow me on a regular, this might be repeated stuff, but I'm going to say it again. If you have a particular skill, let's say, for example, you know how to clean well. You can clean your house well. Branch off and really develop within your region, your state, your city, your town, your province, your country. Start a cleaning business, because let me tell you something. You still in this day and time, that could still be a very good service to make money on the side, because A, you have a lot of mentally ill people in this day and time. And I'm not trying to be funny, but you have a lot of mentally ill people in this day and time that mentally is a lot of pressure on them. They can't really perform cleaning skills. Don't think this is basic to you, but it's not basic to other people, believe it or not. So they might have a harder time to do it. Don't underestimate this situation this day and time. You have mentally challenged individuals that have a hard time cleaning up their own house, but they will pay you, believe it or not. And then you have people that is disabled. That's the obvious. You have seniors. That's the obvious. You have professionals that don't have time to clean their house, so they need you. So guess what? That's a viable business. And you can build up clientele, by putting your information out there. So that's phase one. And let's say you are a good fixer, within your house. You can put yourself on social media or like Craigslist, internet newspaper, free newspaper services, Kijiji, Craigslist, so forth, which you could put yourself out there as being a handyman, and believe me, you got people that will need your services as well, because seniors, elderly, like I mentioned, people that's disabled or mentally challenged, they will need your services, so to do handyman or handywoman stuff throughout the house. So that's another viable stream of income, because again, we in the digital world, and the thing about, don't underestimate the situation. There's money out there, especially in this day and time. It's not like 50, 60 years ago where working at a 9-to-5 is the all-be-all situation. So you have to think outside of the box. And I recommend your guys to do that strongly. And then also digital services. I mean, ebooks, and you have a website and all that. You can establish yourself selling products, but the key is marketing. So while you still working at your square job, you can still branch off and pivot. Because and I'm gonna bring it back with harassment within the workplace, because again, this could be taxing on you. So this is why it's very important to really start branching off and use your God-given skills, whether you are a teacher or you like to help kids or babysit and things like that. And you have to learn to use your skills and really start thinking about that, because harassment within the workplace will never stop. you're always going to get low-key harassed by your employer or outright. And a lot of you individuals is so frustrated, you reach a point that, enough is enough. And some of you individuals have low tolerance, aka like myself, that I ain't trying to hear that. I give you the middle finger in a minute. So I know I have to be on my own. It is what it is. So, but within the workplace, what you should do if you are harassed? Well, here's the thing. You should always have a journal, a notebook that you can buy from the dollar store. Very practical. Always, when you go into the workplace, in your bag, carry a notebook. Because again, if you harass outright or indirectly, you at that time is fresh in your head, and you can jot it down. You can jot down what you're going through, jot down the time, the location within the workplace, what the employer said that made you feel uncomfortable. It's basically paper trail. And that way you can proceed, if there's need to be, present that to a lawyer, and you might have a case over time. Because a lot of times employers just feel they could say anything to you, do anything to you, and you don't know the law. It's very important for you individuals to start reading up on employment law in your city, town, province near you. Because reading up on employment law, you will know, and it's not about being a lawyer, an employment lawyer, but just know the basics in terms of what they can say to you, or harassment, so forth. Because again, you have rights too, especially in this day and time. Employers have to pay you properly. Employers have to treat you with respect within the workplace. They can't bully you. They cannot racially profile you. Definitely no sexual nonsense can be going on. Of course, we know that. But again, it's a case-by-case situation. This is why you need to know and read up on employment law within the region where you reside. And a lot of times, if we've been at a job for a long time, you can really build up a case, because a lot of times the employer, via your manager, supervisor, they will put their foot in their mouths for the most part to really, for you to build up a case against them. That's why major corporations, they're very careful. They got teams of health and safety committee. They have a committee, I should say. Health and safety, people in workplace and harassment. They got a team other than the HR. The HR, they have teams within the HR that can be designated for issues on harassment within the workplace. Corporations know. But a lot of mid-range to small businesses do not know. They're not going to have a team that really is going to exercise, proper performance or proper way of dealing with the employees, because it takes money and time, and it's a small business. When you have businesses that have 100 plus more employees, for the most part, they're going to be on point. But even they make mistakes because humans is humans. But long story short, if your employee, always have a notebook and a pen/pencil in your bag, because you have to jot down certain things. This is pretty much mandatory. You're supposed to. You should, to protect you. And as you build up a case, then you can present it to an employment lawyer or a human rights lawyer, so forth. And then you could file a civil lawsuit, personal injury lawyer, depends of the situation, etc. Because it is more and more prevalent. So that is one of your biggest things that you can do, is set yourself up to a basic, and I know is a pain in the neck to always be jotting down certain things that made you feel uncomfortable on a daily basis, so forth. But again, as long as you're working for someone, this is what it is. That's why I talked about in the very beginning of the conversation, I was saying you need to branch off and develop your skills, or the skills that you know you have, and turn it and make it an income. Most of us have skills, but the problem is we're not confident. It's easier, I should say, to work for someone and get what we perceive a definite check than going out and branching off on your own, because you don't know if your money is going to be consistent every week, because you got to go out and get it. Yes, it is harder because you have to work for self, but it is more rewarding when you have things consistent when you're on your own. And let's be for real, not all of us is built to work for someone else. That's really what it is. You got to look at it for what it is. Not all of us is built for that. Some people don't have that patience. I, for one, don't. Because as soon as they're going to get me with the nonsense, I'm going to let them know what it is, what I'm not going to tolerate. And then the outcome will be where I have to go. I've been through that countless times. When it's time for me, if I wanted to go on vacation, even if I don't have vacation days, I'm going. If I got things to do, I'm going to do it. There's been, and buddies of mine can contest, will definitely, they will know that is true, I would say. They can vouch for that. That's why I meant to say. And I know they smirking when they listen to this, because y'all guys know Mr. Greatness he's on one. When I want to do what I got to do, I'm going to do it, regardless. And I know I've been in jobs where they told me, well, you can't take off. You don't have no days. I got things to do. I'm going, not I might, I'm going to. That's the cockiness of me. I'm going to do what I is best for me, or what I have to do. Well, if that you can't be here, well, so let it be. Goodbye. You do what you got to do. And that's it. Because I utilize the system for what it is. I get the money. When I worked at the job, I do my job. I do it pretty good. But I'm there for a purpose, to get paid, and I know it's not going to be like, I'm not looking to stay there for 30, 40, 50 years. I'm looking to make enough money so I can branch off and do my thing. And that's how it will be. And it's always going to be that way. The end. I'm not expecting you to do that, though. I'm just a different type of dude. So I don't expect you to definitely do what I'm doing. I'm a renegade out here. Always been and always will be. You know, that's just, especially now in this, as I get older, I'm definitely not taking no crap on for nobody on nothing. You anything, you know, it could be utility bill, anything, you know, anything. It's like people say, oh, if I gotta pay on this time, and you say you're supposed to pay on another time, if I got it, I got it. If I don't, I'm gonna tell you this is what it is. Well, we're gonna take action. Well, you take action, and can't whip my behind, so it's not like I'm getting money from a loan shark type of thing. If it was that, then yeah, they could get my behind whipped or deleted. But beside those things, you know, you can't do nothing to me. Well, run around and say, oh, oh, he don't pay, go to creditors. So what? So what? I mean, that's just the mentality, if need to be. That's just me, though. I'm not expecting you to do that. I know I got off a little bit on the topic of being harassed at the workplace, but I'm just giving you a little tidbit of where I'm coming from, and I'm bringing it back. So, just ride with me. So this is how I deal with things, and it works for me. Now, with you, I will say, you, within the workplace, respect is everything. Nobody should be talking down to you, and that should be definitely noted. That's not acceptable. And yeah, it's a pain in the neck, as I mentioned, to write down and jot things down, but you're playing chess. You're at the workplace. This is chess, not checkers. And when you got to let people know, and then you record and document things, meaning just write it down, because recording at the workplace, it depends on the city, state, province where you reside, that could be an issue, and you can't record at the workplace. Maybe you can record on the down low and use that to jot down information, but that's a gray area. Some people, it depends where you reside, and it depends on the situation. Because in the court of law, recording and videotaping a conversation with your employer could be thrown out in the court of law, and you can be liable for that because you didn't let the employer know that this conversation is being recorded. I mean, it's a fine line. Depends where you live. Because that could be not only a human rights issue, a federal issue, a state issue, an international issue. Just be careful. You got to move with caution, especially when you're working at someone else's place. This is not your place. You're not the owner. So this is something I feel you should do, and also having a direct rapport. If you don't like something, you address it to the employer straight. Don't let it build up and fester, because the thing about it is now it boils over and it could be a worse situation. You mention it to the employer if you feel harassed by them, because one, in the court of law, the judge is going to ask you, did you explain this to the employer that you didn't like this situation, you felt uncomfortable, etc. So that actually, that's paper trail, and you note that and you write it down, the time of the meeting, the location of the meeting, what was said. And all of this is within your own words. So that's very important. Everything has to be documented. It protects you, and you. So if you have to present that to your lawyer, this is something that is broken down. This is something that is explained, because you're given time, date, etc. of the situation. And this only protects you as the employee. You gotta start thinking in that direction. Because not all employers know the law. And they feel they could say or do anything to you because they own the place, or they're manager of the place, or they're the supervisor of the place. Because not all supervisors and managers who represents the employer are good managers and supervisors. This is the reality. Not all managers and supervisors are capable individuals. They just use their title to bully the employees. This is the reality. Being in leadership, you have to have empathy and you have to have brains at the same time because you're representing the company. But a lot of these employees, a lot of these supervisors and managers, it's not intelligent. They might have college intelligence, but they're not intelligence in terms of life, how to deal with employees. They're not really people friendly. They're not really people savvy. It's hard to be a leader. You have to be a certain mindset because you're handling multiple personalities. So you have to be able, it takes a certain person to handle multiple personalities and multiple situations as a manager / supervisor. Not an easy position, believe it or not. But this is why you as the employee, as the worker, have to be able to have a paper trail. So I'm drilling that in your head 200%. Don't underestimate the situation. Don't, please. Learn to think outside of the box that protects you. I hope I'm clear with that. Because if you don't, it could put you in a world of trouble, confusion, and then frustration as the employee. You can get mentally sick, physically sick, confused. All of this within the workplace. And no work is that important. I know you need the money, but your health comes first. Beyond anything. Because if you're not mentally healthy or physically healthy, how are you going to work and give a good performance at the job and you're not mentally there or physically healthy? You understand? You understand where I'm coming from. So in conclusion, being harassed at the workplace, know the law, where you reside, have a notebook, pen or pencil, of course, and pay attention. Anything you feel uncomfortable, address the situation and take notes. And finally, if you can, learn to pivot to be on your own, slowly but surely, so you can leave the workplace and have your own business. Like and subscribe to the Oracle 19 podcast, the Oracle 19 radio. Seek and you shall find. I need you guys to subscribe to the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube, as well as Mr. Evolution of London on YouTube. Subscribe to that. Pass the information worldwide. And again, stay strong in this day and time. This is for the few, not the many. Thank you for listening.